This WNBA strategy wins 85% of the time, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find it in this video. WNBA goes overlooked by most sports bettors, but it's actually funny because there is actually incredible value in the WNBA. And in 3 easy steps, I'm going to be able to show you exactly which bet hits 85% of the time. So let's get into it. So what we're going to focus on is going to be WNBA totals. That means we're going to be taking the bet whether it's going to be going over or under the alternate total. All right, so NBA totals, and then I'm going to put this and put a big square around it. Alternate numbers is what we're focusing on, okay? Because if you watch any of my YouTube videos, you know we do a lot of alternate numbers. So let's start with, first step we're going to look at is line movement, okay? Line movement. Now what we want to look for is we want to look for at least a couple point movement, 1 to 3 points from what it opened up at compared to what it's currently sitting at. All right, so let's say, for example, the Aces are going against the Sparks, okay? Let's say the line for the total opens up at 171.5. Now let's say the current line is 174.5, okay? It went up 3 points. So if it goes up, we're going to look at the over, okay? If it goes up, we're going to look at the over. If it goes down, so let's say it opened 171.5 and then it went to 168.5, then we're going to look at the under, okay? So remember that. This is key for the first step. If it goes up from the opening number, you're looking at the over. If it goes down from the opening number, you're looking at the under. Now, if you guys want to bypass all this manual work and you just want my Linemaker AI to be able to spit out exactly this type of formula for you and get the answer within seconds, make sure you guys click the link in the description to start your free trial. So that way you can start using the Linemaker Sports sports betting chat, where you can just type in literally the filter that I'm showing you and it'll give you the answer in seconds. Now let's go ahead and get to step 2. Step 2, we want to look at head-to-head trends. Okay, and for this we're going to look at the last 10. That's what we want to focus on. So let's say through the first step we're looking at the over. Okay, if we're looking at the Sparks versus the Aces, let's say in head-to-head when they go against each other, they're 8-2 in the last 10 to the over. That'd be good. Okay, that would make our second check pass. We would move on to our next check there. Now if it was 8-2 favoring the under, but our first step in line movement gave us the over, then we would cancel this bet out and move on to a next one. Now what we want for a minimum range for head-to-head trends is at least 70%, okay? So we at least want the trends to be 7-3 favoring whatever it is you got from the first step from line movement, okay? Whether it be for the over or the under. Now let's go ahead and get to step 3. Step 3 is the most important step out of all this, okay? This is going to be the money movement. So what we're looking for here is a higher percentage to be on the bet percentage, but an even higher percentage to be on the money percentage. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? We're going to say the bet percentage here, money percentage here, all right? Let's say there's 62% of the bets being placed on one side, okay? Let's say this is the right here, okay? 62% of the bets being put there. So what we want here is we want the money in the bet percentage, okay, to be opposite, all right? So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. This might be the most confusing part of all of it, but once you understand it, you realize how important it really is, okay? Let's say we got over and the under here, all right? Let's say there's 62% of the bets coming in on the under, okay? We're looking at the over. Let's say we want the over to be, it went through the first 2 checks, okay? Bet percentage is 62% to the under, but the money percentage is 71% to the over. That's what we want. We want to see that. If we're looking at the over in this matchup, this is what we want to see. This means all the public money and the small tickets are coming in on the under, while the heavy money is coming in on the over. That's where we want to lay at, okay? We want to be at the point where all the money is being put, not where all the small bets and the parlays and the people that are putting $5, $10. We don't want to be on that side, okay? We want to be on the heavy money side. So the best way to remember this is think of this. Your bet percentage needs to be over 50% on the opposite side of what you want it to be, of what you're looking at, okay? For example, in this example, we're using the over, okay? Let's say the over went through the first check and the second check. We're looking at, we want the bet percentage to be on the under, okay? The percentage over 50% to be on the under, but we want the money percentage to be on the over, which is what we're looking at, okay? It could sound a little confusing, but just remember that. You want the bet percentage to be over 50% on the opposite side of what you're looking at. That means the public and the small tickets are on the complete opposite side of you. That's what you want, okay? You want them to be on the opposite side. You don't want to be on the side with the public and the small tickets. You don't want to be there. So let's go ahead and ride through this one more time. All right, 1 is going to be line movement. Number 2, head-to-head trends, at least 70% and above. Number 3, the money bet percent needs to be in your favor. Okay. Now, once you have all three of these lined up, the next step is going to be picking the alternate line. So in the example that we're looking at here, let's say the over on that game was 174.5 because it went up. Okay, that right there would be your minus 110 line. So now when you take this and let's say we're going to move this to the minus 300 line now, the minus 300 line on here is probably going to be about 164.5. Okay, almost a 10-point differential you're going to get on that. So think about this. When you have a play that lines up through all three checks and then you move it 10 points in your favor, yes, you're paying a price for that, and you're going to have an implied probability of 75%, but your true probability is 85%, which is going to give you a plus 10% edge doing this method, okay? It's not a hard method. Trust me, it's not. And it's very profitable once you understand that all three of these need to line up. And then once you move those points, it seems like moving a lot of points, right? But you'll see how easy it is to actually win these bets when you move those points this amount. Okay, we do not take that line. Even though if it goes through all three checks, we don't take that line. We move it, okay? Because that is where it's going to give us the higher percentage overall, okay? Very, very easy to do as long as you follow the steps that I just taught you. But remember, if one of these steps do not have a check on it, then you get rid of the play and you move on to the next. And like I said before, if you want to bypass all the manual work and you just want my Linemaker AI chat bot to be able to do all this for you and spit out the answer within seconds, make sure you guys click the link in the description to start your free trial. So that way you guys can get going and see exactly how profitable the WNBA actually is. As always, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.